Hey y'all, happy Saturday, everybody. Hey, allegedly, thanks for popping in. Hey, Tamika. Hey, Season of the Witch, thanks for popping in. I hope you guys are having a pretty nice evening tonight. I want to pop in real quick. I don't even want to hold you guys too long. Y'all, hey, Tiffany. You guys might know that, hey, Angela, May Thomas, Bacon Cinnamon. Hey, just Andrea. So, I'm sure you guys have heard if you've been following the story that Shanquella Robinson was laid to rest today. It was a beautiful service. So many people came out to see her. She was her casket. Um, her casket is beautiful, and she had the princess carriage. I mean, like they really did a good job. Um, and so it was just so wow. I saw a little bit of the processional service on I think ChronicleSpeaks video, but anyway, it was just like wow, they really did her justice. um and it was just beautiful, right? So but she was laid to rest today. And I also found out as an update, I thought that was awful nice what Kyrie Irving did. He donated $65,000 to the family, and I'm sure that that is going to make a big difference when it comes to them. I know the mom was wanting to hire investigators and stuff to hey preconceived notions, Kim, hey everybody. They want to hire investigators, and we know that the FBI has taken up officially started an investigation, as well as Mexico has reopened the investigation, and they are trying to thinking about prosecuting this case as a femicide case. And evidently, and I didn't know this today, I was looking at another video. When it comes to femicide, which is female homicide, those rates are really high in Mexico. And so they are wanting to charge these people when it comes to a femicide case, right? And so that's a good thing. And so I don't know if the State Department is requiring them to reopen the case and take another look at it. I don't know what the situation is, but they are investigating the case via and then they're mentioning femicide, right? So I just want to put this up here. I won't read it anything, just in case you guys you didn't know what the definition of femicide was. And so I want to put that up real fast because I won't go into that because I wanted to talk about something that's very disheartening, right? Also, when it comes to this case, most of us have been on code when it comes to finding um trying to get justice for this young lady's death, right? Because we know that her death was absolutely horrible. I can't imagine how it would feel to go away on a vacation with my so-called friends, and just have this horrific thing happen to her. I can't even imagine how afraid she was. She had to feel so alone at that time. Not to mention the fact that she had an alleged long time. I'm saying alleged because her friend Khalil, who she thought was her friend for over 5 years, was there, and he didn't protect her. And she was so brutally taken away from this world that I can't imagine what she had to feel like, leading up to that, right? And so the case was taken on by the internet. And I said on my last video, the internet did a good thing when it came to publicizing her case, because had not the internet been so vigilant and so persistent when it comes to the authorities wanting the authorities to look at this case, because this girl was clearly done wrong, that I don't think that we would be where we are now with the FBI, right? And yeah, she died scared and in pain, like I can't imagine. She had to be terrified, right? And since that, we saw her dad do an interview. And he was so hurt. I seen an interview where he said he won't even get to see no grandbabies from her, and it's not right for a parent to bury a child. And I absolutely agree. And it's just they are just absolutely heartbroken. I mean, I can't imagine it. The case made national news. Like I said yesterday, there was a CBS interview done with the mom. So all of that, the ball is really rolling. And when it comes to finding justice for Shanquella, right? So, but since then, and I noticed this since it came out that Kyrie Irving, and he didn't publicize this. He just made a donation on the GoFundMe page, and somebody took a snapshot of Kyrie Irving's donations, right? And but after I don't know if after some negative things have happened since then, in my opinion, right? I refuse to talk about this. It's just absolutely so sad. But for everybody that is willing to talk about it, and y'all know I can go down a rabbit hole, um, with these cases because I want to know why and I need to find. I just it is so inhumane that it's hard for me to believe some of the stuff that I hear sometimes. And so, yeah, absolutely. That's why I'm talking about this in particular. All cases I don't talk about. But this one right here just grabbed me, and I hadn't had a case grab me like this since Kanika Jenkins. Because when it comes to young people, in these types of circumstances, it is beyond me. Um, why these things have to happen. So, so since then, there's been some kind of negative things coming out, right? So the first thing, Nick, now, like I said, for the most part, when it comes to especially the Black community and the internet community in general, we have all been on code. We have all, clearly there's something wrong happened here. There was a crime committed, and everybody's wanting to seek justice for Shanquella, right? So, but you have people coming out because there was something came out that said one of the girls, I think the third girl, I can't think of her name, I forgot her name, but the third girl that was in the group said that Shanquella allegedly set up her husband to be murdered, right? They're saying that's what the girl said, and that is no excuse for the way they did her. And I'm saying allegedly because I mean you can say anything in your defense, right? But there is no defense for this, right? You lured this girl, you set her up, and you did her this way. So we don't know if that's true or not. We're not in North Carolina, but that's the rumor that came out. I guess that is that girl's excuse because I didn't think that the third girl had anything to do other than filming it. But come to find out, they said that she was fighting Shanquella also, right? So her excuse is she set up my cousin, right? So people have been going around saying that. And of course, you got some ridiculous. I heard somebody with a very ignorant conspiracy theory that said Shanquella's parents, her mother and her father, this was an Illuminati sacrifice. Now I started hearing all these sick rumors after Kyrie Irving donated to the family. So now the mom and the dad, there's supposed to be some kind of Illuminati sacrifice and blah blah this and blah blah that. Somebody put that stupid stuff under my video and I blocked and deleted them because I'm like, really? This is what we doing, really? Right? And so that has come out. And so now I heard that little ignorant statement right there, just very silly and very foolish, right? Because some stuff is just why divert attention away from finding justice for this young woman with stupid stuff, right? People are very, very ignorant, and this is where the internet, I was talking about yesterday, how the internet can be used for good as well as evil, right? So it started out a good thing, right? And so now it's turning sick, right? When it comes to some people. And one of the persons that pretty much grossed me out was T.S. Madison, right? So today, on the day that Shanquella was buried, T.S. Madison made a comment on Twitter, right? So I'm gonna show you what she said. So T.S. Madison, on the day that this young woman is being buried, she decides to speak on the fact that they were saying that the girl that fought her what was the girl's name Dejanay may have, let me show y'all Dejanay. She was speaking on this right here, that they were saying that Dejanay was allegedly a trans person, right? A trans woman, right? Now it was proven that this was fake and this picture was photoshopped. Nobody really believed it anyway, but it came out anything. It is not our fault at this day and age that this could have very well been a trans person. It was also, but it was not. It's just a strong faced girl, right? The girl got a strong face, right? So nobody, even Nick at Night immediately said that she didn't believe this. This video was clearly, this picture is clearly photoshopped and all this and all that, right? Well, come to find out that it is a gay person that cropped, that photoshopped this picture on Facebook, and that's how that rumor got started. It got started from a gay person that cropped the picture because they thought they was gonna get a good little kiki out of it, right? So T.S. Madison comes out today. Um Claudia Jordan or a sick comment about, well, what did Claudia Jordan say? Anyway, yeah, come find out, but it was disproven. It's just a strong faced girl. It was not a transgender person, right? And we know that some of you may know that Nick at Night, a couple of years ago, she went around and around and around, about, because she said she didn't like to be called fish, and she didn't want no gay person or nobody else called fish because when it comes to women, it has a negative connotation, right? And so she immediately came in on her video, and she was pretty much disgusted by it. Um, because she said this is clearly photoshopped, right? So I mean, really, it's not a big deal. People are worried about the fact how horribly and tragically this girl was, taken, out of this world. I mean, it was so dirty, right? So anyway, nobody was dwelling on if this was a transgender or not. That's like not what's going on, right? So I don't know if T.S. Madison is tone deaf, or I know she's super LGBTQ or whatever, all this and all that. But girl, do you not understand social cues? Shanquella was laid to rest today, so she wants to pop on her Twitter. I don't know if she just wanted to be relevant, but this was so disrespectful and tone deaf, and I just so out of pocket, right? I'm like, girl, sir, are you okay? So anyway, this is what she put on her Twitter, right? She said, now, why would someone even start to that kind of lie on a trans person, and you people immediately believe that bogus s? Everybody didn't believe it. Everybody didn't believe it in the first place. A lot of people didn't even care. The girl was done wrong by more than one person, right? She says, she said that was not true. No transgender woman beat Shanquella Robinson to death. It was one of her own. And what she means by one of her own is that it was another female. Like, what you mean one of your own? Girl. And then says, let me stop referencing her as girl, okay? And she says, you people immediately ran with that lie. In the first place, a lot of everybody didn't run with that lie, and it is another gay person that started the rumor in the first place. So T.S. Madison, so why aren't you addressing the gay person that started the rumor? It seemed to me like you just wanted to be relevant in the conversation, and I know that you all for it, for fighting for the gay rights and stuff and all this and all that. But where is your humanity? You couldn't. The girl is buried today, and you choose the day to put this out. This has been going on for a couple of days, girl. It ain't even about that, sir. Anyway, I'm confused cause T.S. Madison confused. Anyway, she said, y'all are so funny. So now, all of a sudden today, you started accepting trans women as a woman. No, no, we haven't. No, no, it was Photoshop. No, she's not a woman. I mean, she's a woman, but if she was trans, no, she wasn't a woman. She's not a biological woman. And how can T.S. Madison, and I don't mean no harm, I mean, I guess you can classify yourself as anything you want. But okay, you got a breast implant, but you still got a penis. So are you trans or not? Like, are you half trans? Like, I'm confused, sir. You still got a penis. Like, make it make sense. Anyway, she says, it's the pick and choose what I say that offends you for me. In the first place, you are disrespectful. And so she was on her channel over there, blah blah this and blah blah that. You still tone deaf, you still disrespectful, you sound very misogynistic, and you're a whole weirdo for doing what you did today. Okay, because this ain't about no trans protection or none of this and that. It's about a woman that was lured to her death in Mexico, right? And nobody wasn't worried about that girl, which is actually a girl. She just got a strong face. So maybe you instead of trying to run and say something in defense of trans whatever, whatever the lingo is, maybe you should have took some time to figure out what was really going on. And so that's the reason why I came back and made the video, because I was like, no, she didn't. No, she didn't. Girl, you are disrespectful. Like, you don't, that is so selfish and so lame and so goofy. And you sound misogynistic and you out of order. And now you over there trying to walk it back, T.S. Madison. But you are out of order, sir. Okay? And no, ain't nobody, and it don't mean because they were saying that, what is it? I can't think of Quintasia, whatever her name was. Okay? Ain't nobody, she wasn't trans, so why would you even say so? Now y'all accepting trans women as women? It's a whole girl. She just got a strong face. Like, what you mean? Like, why you in your feelings? It's a whole girl. Shouldn't you be going at the gay guy that started the rumor in the first place? Yeah, thank you, LGBTQ. I couldn't even think about it. You so in defense of the LGBTQ community, and this is not even an LGBTQ situation. And it's an LGBTQ person that started the rumor. So your disdain and your argument is really going towards the wrong person. But that's what happens when you try to be relevant in the conversation and you come off half-cocked, right? And you don't know what you're talking about. And you are out of order, sir, like I said. You know, it don't make no, I'm just confused. Like, I was confused. Like, what you mean? So now we're accepting trans women? No, I'm not. You're not a biological woman. You're not even fully trans. You got a breast job and you still got a penis that you brag about. So are you technically trans or not? Huh? Yeah, trying to clout chase off the woman's death, and I guess get some kudos for the for the LGBTQ rights or something like that. I don't know what that whole weird thing was. He should have shut the fuck up. That's what he should have done, in my opinion, because that is out of order. It's so disrespectful. Like, you don't have. I mean, like, why would you even? If you wanted to have this conversation about people lying about the fact that allegedly the girl, I can't even think of her name, y'all, Quintilla, whatever her name was they said she was trans and didn't, she wasn't. If you want to have that conversation after we done got justice for this young woman, okay, but you have to start that conversation in your own house. And what I mean by that is, it is a trans person that started the rumor in the first place, that photoshopped the picture. Not a trans, it was they said it was a gay male on Facebook that photoshopped the photo in the first place. So this is a situation where you need to be dealing with this in house. Okay? Why is somebody from your community doing something like this? Now, they thought they was going to get a good little kiki off of it, I guess. And in my opinion, the female should be offended because she got a strong face. So you figure, since she got a strong face on the day of the funeral, right? Ain't that weird? Like, well, yeah, Dejanay, thank you. Like, okay, she got a strong face, so you saying she looked like a dude? Is that why you photoshopped the picture of the dude on her face? Even that was weird. But that is an in-house conversation, because that rumor never would have came out if the gay dude didn't Photoshop the photo of Dejanay in the first place. Okay? You so busy, like, I guess, try to clout chase and try to, I guess, look good in front of the LGBT community. You don't know the whole story, or you don't care, or trying to be noticed for Hollywood or something, twerking over there in the synagogue of Satan. That's your problem in the first place. Okay? Now, everybody glad you doing good and you coming up and all this. You done did what you had to do to get where you got to get. That's cool. But why you can't stay on code, and this crime has been committed against this young woman, and you on here talking some nonsense? Like, I'm confused. It's misogynistic as hell to me. That was so out of order and so tone deaf. Like, I was really offended by that. I'm like, this girl got laid to rest today. Like, you couldn't have waited a couple of days? Really? Really? And you tried your best to mimic a black woman. Okay? The nerve. The nerve. But that's the whole reason why just loud and wrong. Thank you. Just loud and wrong. It don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. That was beyond me. I was like, oh my God, really? This what we doing? Child. Hey, Bethany. Hey, everybody that came in. I'm sorry, y'all, if I didn't speak. I just really had to. It was absolutely uncalled for. It was uncouth. It was just like, do you sitting all up over there, in your house, popping off, telling people to suck your D and all of this and all of that. Why? Because you was dead wrong. And she been getting blasted from what I understand all day. They've been coming for TS Madison on Twitter all day since she made that comment. So I guess she thought that it was going to have a different type of response, you know. But the girl's funeral was like today. Like, oh my God. Really? You're really that thirsty? Really? This is what we're doing? So this is helping the LGBT community. Like this. Now, I don't even see a lot of black people in the LGBT community. What you need to be doing is coming at the racism in your own community. That's what you need to be talking about. You need to be popping off at the mouth when it comes to the racism in your own community. That's what you need to be popping off about. Okay? Number one, how they put y'all people of color, okay, on the front line when it comes to LGBTQ rights, and then they kind of push you to the side after they get them because they don't need you no more, because all they wanted to do was associate the LGBTQ community's plight to the civil rights movement. But now that they've accomplished what they want to accomplish, what did y'all get out of this? What did melanated people get out of this? Huh? So why aren't you advocating for stuff like that? I'm confused. Yeah, her funeral was today. It was so out of order. Like, out of everything, out of negative stuff, out of spins that they're trying to spin on this right now, this right here, what T.S. Madison did, that was absolutely out of order. It was absolutely off code. And if you didn't have nothing nice to say, because I know you got raised, we see your mama, lovely woman. Surely she raised you better than this. Like, really? Like, you're absolutely tone deaf. Absolutely out of order. You didn't even have to go there on today of all days. I don't even know if this was a clout chase. I think it was more trying to gain like some kind of pat on, like that. At a boy, stand up for our rights at all costs. Is that what it was? Like, it was out of order. Like, nobody even. It was quickly debunked. The rumor was quickly debunked. Dejanay, we know, is an actual female. That was quickly debunked. And the person that started it in the first place was another gay man. That's who put the picture of plastered a male's face and cropped out Dejanay's wig and her face, and put the face of a male in place of Dejanay's face. It was a gay man that did that in the first place. So the disrespect is beyond me. Because that shouldn't be the focus. And so, yeah, it didn't make no sense. But that's why I really want to come and comment on it, y'all. Because I'm like, oh, wow, she's really on her channel in her feelings because people been coming for her. What did you think was going to happen? Did you know that was going to come for you? You did this on the day that the girl was being buried. So you in your feelings. She got her casket being walked through the streets so people can pay the respects and say their last goodbyes to her in her hometown. While that's going on, you on Twitter talking about some stuff that's really not even relevant at all. They're still in shock. They had to bury their baby. But like I said, I think I saw some video footage of that on the OracleSpeaks channel, y'all. I don't know if y'all have seen any footage, but it was just beautiful. It was just, her casket was gorgeous. It's just beautiful. The whole princess carriage, and none of it, can really not. I'm so glad that the family got to put her away that I'm sure the way that they wanted to. I'm sure they because she was such a stylish person, and I'm sure that that's why they did things the way that they did. I mean, she's 25 years old. She young, and she's just so pretty, and the way that they put her away was just so beautiful because she was a beautiful girl and she deserved all things beautiful today. And so I think that they did that. I think they accomplished that goal, and I'm so glad. And like there were so many people there, so much love, offering their condolences, and I hope that brought the family even a smidgen, a modicum of peace, even just for a little while. And you know right, we need to start doing things decent and in order, you know and so for TS Madison to come online and just try to do something like that on a day that the young woman is being laid to rest, it's just beyond me. Like I'm like, oh, you are out of order, sir. You are truly out of order. Okay. And so, well, I mean, he sounds very misogynistic, but he sounds very misogynistic a couple of times. This ain't nothing new. It's kind of like the norm. Anytime you got a black man that's dressing like a woman, they feel like they're in competition with black women, in my opinion. And then they like to perpetuate, really a black female stereotype. Like our black women aren't flamboyant and loud and have on layers and layers of makeup and pounds of hair on top of their heads, and they always like to perpetuate that extra stereotype. You know what I mean? Like that. I was like, child, just out extra and stuff. Right? He does sound very angry. Yeah, I listened to a little bit of it. I'm like, oh Lord, you sound so selfish and disrespectful and misogynistic. I was like, Thank you, Tabby Cat. And I appreciate you guys, all you guys that's a part of the replay gang. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that, y'all. But y'all was just like really disappointed. Like I'm not, you know, disappointed because it was T.S. Madison. I was just disappointed out of the disrespect and indecency of it all. Because, like I said, he got a whole mama, and his mama seems very lovely, you know, very lovely. He got to have some kind of home training, and I'm like, oh my God. See, this ain't nothing but the seed of the devil. It's Satan. That's all it is. That's why they act like this. That's why they so confused half the time. Okay? Just out of order. You know? Ugh. Just ugh. And there are a lot of people that do this, especially melanated men. They have some kind of deep disdain for women, black women, other black women. You know, I'm not saying all of them, but some of them. Yeah, right. His mama seems like she's very sweet, and she always by his side. I'm sure she done did the best she can do. With her son. You know, And then, I mean, like, I don't even know why you sound so misogynistic when it comes to women. Like, clearly your mama ain't never mistreated you, sir. And the only other thing I can think of, the only reason, since your mama ain't mistreated you and you don't have no childhood trauma, when it comes to your mom, which a lot of men, gay, straight, or otherwise, have mommy issues. Clearly, your mama is still by your side. The only other thing I can think of why you want to be so misogynistic is because you jealous of women. You jealous of women, and then you call, and I'm a trans woman. Like, are you a trans woman if you still got a penis? Like, I'm confused. Like, are you a drag queen, but does it make you a trans woman because you got fake breasts, but you still got your penis? Like, are you half trans? Like, I'm confused. Like, seriously. Like, oh my God, you was out of order. And then if anybody should have been offended, honestly, it should have been Dejanay. Yes, she got a strong face, but that's a whole female. You know, she should have been offended by the gay dude that cropped her photo. What about that? Hmm? She should have been offended by that. So y'all, I really just had to come on here and speak about that. I'm like, oh no, he didn't. Did he really just do that? Like, it's so day class A. Like, ugh, really? And you from the South. You know good and well to mind your dang on manners when somebody's being laid to rest. Yes. Yeah. That's right, Levon. Levon says some black men are unnecessarily competing with women. It's a mental program just like color. Exactly. Exactly. Mm-hmm. She is a drag queen. What if we start that rule? I consider T.S. Madison to be a drag queen. I sure do, because it still has a penis. So I consider T.S. Madison to be a drag queen. I don't see T.S. Madison as being transgender because it hasn't had that assignment down there. So, yeah. And then talking about some, oh, trans women is considered women now. No, no, no. That one thing don't have nothing to do with it when it comes to this conversation. If you want to place blame where it should be placed, and that's right back in your own community. That's all I'm saying. Like, did you even pay enough attention? Did you even listen up to enough videos to know that somebody from the LGBT community is the one that started that rumor in the first place, is the one that cropped that photo and put it on Facebook? You know, so you're misplacing blame. Oh, so now we want to be with? No, not at all. No, 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 no. You're just out of order. Out of freaking order. Anyway, that's how I see it too as a drag queen. Still got a penis. How can you call it transgender? I'm confused. Mm-hmm. Just a whole weirdo. A misogynistic weirdo. Just doing too much. I was like, ugh. But anyway, y'all, let me get off here. But I didn't even want to hold y'all long. And I had to come on here and say something about this because I was absolutely appalled. This young woman been laid to rest today. All her friends and her family, and my God, her mama and her daddy, they are mourning the loss. Even us people that don't know her, if you got empathy, some kind of empathy and compassion, you know, some humanity. You feel bad because of the way that this girl was treated. She was literally lured to her death. Her supposed best friend of over 5 years, was co-conspiring to lure her to her death, allegedly. And so, like I said, I can't imagine the amount of fear, the what she was like. It's like torture, like the girl was tortured. And for somebody like T.S. Madison that's got a large platform, and to come on and say something like that at a time like this, that is not only off code, right? It is very disgusting. It is out of order, and it didn't make no sense. Period. Hey, Lex says my problem with TS is disrespect. Absolutely disrespect. Right. How dare he, she, them disrespect this girl's death by making it about the LGBTQ community. Exactly. Exactly. That's my issue too, Lex. Absolutely. Like, I was offended by that. You know, like, seriously. Like, oh my God. You really you welcome Almighty Isis. Well, Queen Vanya, you're gonna have to roll back the tape, child. Be part of the replay thing. I appreciate it. Love says yes. This is so heartbreaking. Jealousy is a dangerous exactly. Even in this, so now I guess even in this girl's death, she can't have no peace. Right? Is that what's going on now? He put personal interest ahead of her death and the black community. Right. He has a very self-serving nature. Absolutely. Those can be dangerous. You're absolutely right about that. Because that was so uncalled for. I'm like, oh my God, really? If you didn't have nothing nice to say, you just should just shut up. You didn't have to say nothing. You didn't have to say nothing at all. But for wanting to place this, and he was so accusatory when it came to women. The way T.S. Madison was talking, it was uh it was like he was saying that a woman cropped that photo of Dejanay, and a woman didn't even crop that photo of Dejanay. A gay man did. So why are you so accusatory when it comes to women when it is not was not even one of us that did it? You know, that didn't even make no sense. Let's see if the world is going to cancel Chat. Probably ain't gonna cancel TS, but I know they've been working him over on Twitter today. And he was over there on his video, still sounding very self-centered, still sounding ridiculous, telling people to suck his eggplant emoji and all of this and all of that. And I'm like, oh God, I am not impressed. But click, it was a no for me. Okay, it was a no for me. I wouldn't even have made this video right here had I not heard how disgusting he was over there sounding on the live that he was doing. I'm like, child, really? Don't nobody want to suck your diseased penis. You need to keep it in your pants, child. Okay, and just go on about your business. All right, that's what you need to do. Mhm. 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 And so that's how I feel about it. They're just like culture vultures, right? Right, culture vultures. They want to claim this and that when it's benefit. Absolutely, but I mean, on the girl, the day that she's being laid to rest, that is out of order. That's absolutely uncalled for. I mean, like, oh my God, how selfish and insensitive and misogynistic can you be? This girl's case is being investigated as a femicide, which it was a femicide. And you get on here and have a problem with women, and a woman didn't even start the rumor or even crop the photo. I'm like, that is so lame. That is really, really lame. And it don't make no sense. Lex said I was coming if you didn't do this video. I know that's right, Lex, because I'm like, oh my God. Child. But anyway, y'all, like I said, it was just beyond me. That's just I just really felt a way about that. It's sad at a time when the world is turned upside down. And why make statements that are unnecessary. I absolutely agree with that. I absolutely agree. It's absolutely uncalled for. It's rude and disrespectful. But y'all must know, but just like this dude was rude and disrespectful when it came to this girl in her memory, I was on purpose rude and disrespectful towards T.S. Madison. Okay? Mm-hmm. Her family go a long way. Yeah, they got a long road ahead of them. I just can't imagine. It's so strange that the things they wanted to take from her, they just made millions of times of what they don't have. I know that, right? TS would never apologize. Absolutely never apologize. That is how she is set up. She will make every excuse not to apologize. Right, and make it about because T.S. Madison is over there making it about T.S. Madison, of course. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Right, a man started this mess. Right, a gay man started the mess from the beginning. So I'm like, okay, yeah, and it's the only thing you can think to speak of. Right, 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 Tiffany. Right, I agree. It says if he says this in public, I can only imagine what he says in public. Exactly, very misogynistic, very sick, very unfortunate. Okay, just you look unfortunate, right? You look very unfortunate right now. Like, yeah, very, very, very unfortunate. Mm. The insensitive comment was not surprising, but not needed. And she just couldn't wait. Right. To after things died down. Right. They just wanted the mess started from a woman. And I ain't saying sis, child. It was ridiculous. Like, Just so unnecessary, so uncalled for. Like, as black people, we know how to conduct ourselves in these situations, right? As human beings, we should know, but as black people, especially, we know how to conduct ourselves in these types of situations, especially if you live down south. Like, we extra with it. We know, okay? We know. All right. So, like, I was confused. I'm like, huh? I was offended on a whole lot of levels. I'm like, I know you got home training. I know you got home training. So, like, where are you really going with this, TS? Really? Hmm. Tiger said, I feel a protest coming. Why spread this rumor in Photoshop the photo and then post it? People got too much time. Well, what happened was a gay man, yeah, why? Because they said the gay guy thought they was gonna get a good kiki out of it because the girl had the Dejanay got a strong face, right? And of course, people is gonna pick it up. But for even Nick at Night dispelled it. She's like, "Come on, y'all, this is clearly Photoshop. This is clearly, not what's going on here." And TS Nick at Night that had a couple of run-ins with the LGBT community, right? So she even know it was Photoshop. So like, that wasn't even the focus. Like, nobody was attacking. I've not seen one video attacking the LGBTQ community or the trans community from Dejanay allegedly being trans, because it was dispelled. It was a lie. It was a lie started from another LGBT community member. But nobody was even focusing on that. We was focusing on why in the world would her so-called friends lure her to her death. What is the motives behind that? How could you be so cold and callous to do that? You know, and being focused on finding justice. Because, like I said, if it had not been for the internet and people being so vigilant, putting it out and talking about it, that applied pressure to the FBI, which in turn applied pressure to Mexico. And now, thank God, Shanquella's case is being investigated, and I think it will be shortly prosecuted. That was a good thing that the internet did. But then to turn around and do some F-ish like this, that is beyond me. It's absolutely uncalled for. It don't make no sense to me. Like, make it make sense. Because it ain't about you, TS. It ain't about the LGBT community. It's about the death. Somebody, a young black woman, 25 years old, being lured to her death in another country, and her so-called friends set her up and thinking they could get away with it. Taking her credit card, spending $10,000 to fly home early on her own dime, then turn around the best friend going to her mom's house for 4 days in a row, lying to the woman till she got the autopsy, and now they're nowhere to be found. That's what it's about. You know? That's what it's about. It ain't about somebody, one of your own, T.S. Madison, photoshopping a man's face on a female. Now, should us bio females be offended by that? Huh? I'm confused. He's on demon time, right? Trying to branch off this topic to focus on Dawn for exactly. I agree with that. I agree with that. Season of the Witch. They could have been trans, yellow, one leg, and one F arm, and I wouldn't right, gave a darn, because the energy would have been the same. Thank you for saying that. You are absolutely right. They could have been blue. The energy would have been the same. Okay. It was out of order for T.S. Madison to go there. And while you over there playing like you a victim, playing like you so in your feelings, because people been coming at you all day, you are tone deaf, and you are rude, and you are selfish and narcissistic and insensitive, and how dare you? Okay. Yeah, they used a credit card, $10,000 to fly back home early. Yeah, they stole a credit card. Now, after they bought the ticket, they probably put the credit card back in her bag because the so-called friends, especially the one from 5 years, is the one that took the luggage back to the mom's house. Yeah. Mhm. Mhm. Yes, the black women be caping for TS. But they so much, but they hate black women so much, and black women is the one that support them the most. You know, but they got so much disdain towards black women. Yeah, they use 10K. You didn't know the engine? Yes, yes. Yeah. The dad confirmed it. $10,000 to fly back home. Yeah. Yep. And you are an absolute demon when you have enough gall to go to this woman's house and lie to her about her child for 4 days until they got the autopsy back. What kind of mindset is that? That is sick. I watched a video today that said they also stole 50K. Really? Now I haven't heard that. I just heard about the $10,000. Mm-hmm. I know that's right, Ty. You better watch everybody. Child, I told you. Just the thought of them touching her stuff, right, giving it to her mom. You're going into her house, eat dinner. She cooked food for him. The mom was so disappointed and hurt by Khalil because she said Khalil had been on family vacations with them, been to their family home, and all of that, like they've accepted Khalil as a part of their family, for over 5 years. And for him to do something like this, like I can't imagine. Like she's very, very, very heartbroken behind it. That is so freaking cold blooded. Yeah, that's right. Even $65,000 can't take away the pain. No, no, and I think that Kyrie was just trying to stay on code. I think that was his way of helping. Because I know the mom said they would hire private investigators and stuff if they had to. You know what I mean? And so I think that was just he felt bad from the family and he wanted to help. And I think that was an awesome thing to do. I mean, he didn't make a big deal about it. He ain't made no commercial about it. He quietly donated that money to the family, and somebody screenshot his name in the donation. And then people started making videos about the donations that he made, but he didn't come out pronouncing it. He quietly did that from his own home. He wasn't trying to get no publicity behind it. I still have yet to hear anything from him about even people coming out and making a big deal out of his donation. He quietly did that, and they screenshot the his name and stuff. I absolutely think it was an honorable thing for him to do. I thought it was on code. I think it showed a lot of compassion. And God bless him for doing it. You know, big up to Kyrie for doing that, but he didn't ask for no promotion behind that. He didn't get online and say, "Y'all, I'm finna donate to Shanquella's family to their GoFundMe fund. I finna." No, he just made the donations. That's all. That's it. And of course, if people see the name and the internet know everything. Somebody was gonna screenshot it and put it up. So yeah, but I'm glad they put it up. Because that was a wonderful thing. He didn't have to do that. He absolutely didn't have to do that. And so yeah, you know, I thank Kyrie for donating to the family and not backing down. I do too, Samara. I thought that was a wonderful thing. I don't know, Tiger. I don't know. I thought that was a wonderful thing, absolutely. And the fact that they've come up with this quote unquote boyfriend setup story is absolutely despicable. Grasping at straws to save their own ass. Oh, so now they trying to blame it all on Nazir. Well, I think that he was there the whole time. I think that he was a part of it. But they're all guilty, in my opinion. So really, I don't care who. I think I think they're all equally guilty. They all equally monsters, and so yeah, yeah. Haywater Sniper says, "Why are people fishing for a reason to start something with Kyrie Irving?" I don't know. Nobody's. It was just I haven't heard anything say anything derogatory about him donating the money. I haven't anyway. All I've heard is that people are thanking him for doing it and saying it was a wonderful thing that he's done. I haven't heard anything negative about the donation. I haven't, you know. Yeah, they all guilty in my mind. LeBron James didn't speak or offer to help at all. Well, I mean, I think it was just on Kyrie's heart. And a lot of people donated. I don't, but of course, if somebody see his name in the donation, they're gonna screenshot it and let the world know what he done. But I haven't heard anything. I haven't heard him get any type of negative backlash for doing it because, in my opinion, he didn't do nothing wrong. You know, he showed up when he was well no response. Huh? Y'all, I think it's a couple of trolls in here. Y'all, hold on a minute. Let me get them out of here because I don't. This ain't the time for all the nonsense. Okay. Anyway, says no. The girl that said Shanquella set her. Oh, set her cousin up. That third girl, I can't think of her name right now. Oh, is it up to 300K? God bless. I know that's right, Bacon. Uh-huh. Say Kiko, no, he got us all by telling us the time he got there and not the Mexico. Oh, is that what that person was talking about? Y'all, I don't know if it be spell check or lack of spell check or that voice to text, but some of these comments, oh my God. This is such a sad and disturbing story. Absolutely condolences and prayers for her family. R.I.P. Shanquilla. I know that's right. So did you know certain people are going to try to abuse the black on black crime? Well, absolutely. I mean, of course, but my thing is just that the girl, her funeral was today. Black folks know better. Jeez, you know. So yeah, I think all of them will be sent back to Mexico for court and sentencing. I do too. I really do. This will not go well for them. I don't think. And then those jails of those prisons over there, they're a lot different than prisons over here, honey. Their parents' hard times is just yeah. Those prisons over there are a lot different. Um, for these prisons over here, and you don't have the right to do nothing over there except for what they tell you to do. So yeah, why they went over there and set this up thinking they're gonna get away with it. I'm thinking they're gonna pay pretty well when they go to jail over there. Absolutely. Yep. But they should have went to the police. If she set someone up or not pay exactly. And it's just that people gonna say a whole bunch of stuff trying to get out of what they did, but they did. So yeah, and she gone now, and she can't defend herself. So I hate that people are even running with that narrative because she can't. She is not here to defend herself when it comes to that. So what is that, Seven? Is that you, Seven, or is that a troll, y'all? What is that? I don't know. It's probably a troll. But yeah, there was all those famous black people that donated to the who lied and said he would buy black gift. Where they at? Oh, I remember that. I remember that. I remember that. But that's okay. Like I said, a lot of black people have been doing their part, even if not nothing more than making a video, trying to get the story out there, trying to force the authorities to do something. Right. I'm wondering if it's a troll or if it's actually Seven. I don't know what that was about. More likely it's a troll. But yeah, I think a lot of melanated people as well as non-melanated people help get this story out, and so yeah, from what I understand, that they all on the run right now. From what I understand, well, if not on the run, then they all deleted their social medias, and they said that the Danae chick was now in Connecticut, and said that the Nazir, the one that's supposed to be the boyfriend, he's now in Buffalo, New York. So I don't know about the rest of them. Mm-mm. The Tiffany Love. What did Tiffany say? It made. This is my first time hearing about that. Oh, I don't know what y'all talking about. I'm not gonna go all the way up here and try to find out. Okay, yeah, yeah, but what was said was they said the girl's cousin up. That's what I heard. You know. Hmm. Sure said Mexico has some of the most dangerous prisoners and prisons. They should have done no research. I know. Well, God don't like ugly, and so I don't feel no sympathy towards them at all. I just hope they have to pay for what they done. Hmm. Hmm. Tiffany said, "Yeah, She said, "Yeah, I guess I heard an attorney talking about, I guess talking about it since the FBI has taken the case, they will most likely be tried in the U.S. because clearly Mexico didn't want to have anything. Is that right? You think so? You think they'll try them in the U.S.? I don't know. I don't know how that works. Oh wow. Hmm. Really? Went to the last call and text and went to the last known address. Is that right? Oh wow. They sure can't hide for long. Mm-mm. You know that their passports got revoked, so they can't leave the country under without using their own passports anyway. You know, I live in Hartford, Connecticut, and I'm keeping my eyes. I know that's right, Sharon. Says good said yes. They are running and hiding since their locations were released. They deserve whatever. Yeah, I have no. Yeah. So they uploaded the fight video them. Yes, they self-incriminated. Yes, they uploaded the fight videos themselves. Yes, absolutely. But people have been saying today that there is a video out there of the Winter Girl actually slamming um Shanquella on the ground, and when she slammed her on the ground, they're believing that is when how her neck was broken, her spine was severed. And also, did y'all hear the father said that the maid is the one that came in there and found her body? So had they left already when the maid went in the bathroom and found the body? So that's what the dad said. He said the maid is the one that went there and found Shanquilla slumped over the toilet. You know. So Miss Behavior says U.S. DOJ International Court. I would take the case if Mexico doesn't extradite or press charges. Oh wow. Hey Venus says, hey Miss Olivia, yes, they can be tried in the US if they plotted to do bodily harm when they were here in the US. Oh wow, that's interesting. Okay. Okay. I hope they're terrified too. Uh-huh. You can't run when you have this much attention on you. Right. Somebody is going to rat out your every move. I know that's right. Hmm. Oh wow. Mm-mm. Yeah, they said the maid found the. That's what the dad said. The maid found the body. Well, Tiger, there's some discrepancy about whether the video is still up or not because they say initially somebody had the video and then the video was deleted. But if there was ever a video uploaded on the internet, somebody's going to find that video and it's going to be out, whether they deleted it off the internet or not. So it's just a matter of time. T.S. Madison said some very disparaging things concerning Shanquilla's case. You're gonna have to be part of the replay gang, Aries Queen. Hmm. Right. That's the inhumanity of it all, season of the witch. They left her body as if she was less than an animal. Right, right. And they did move to the bathroom. And actually, they said that the incident where Winter slammed her to the ground was in the bathroom. So my thing is, after she slammed her on the ground in the bathroom and broke her neck and spine, allegedly, did they then position her body on the toilet seat, or did they just leave her laying the way that she was on the ground? You know, because there's been conflicting stories about that. Those floors, that's what I was, those floors are tile, and so if she slammed her down that hard because they likened it to a a wrestling move, you slammed her on tile that hard. I'm like, wow. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she said that nobody believed her. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-mm. Yep. They are. That's how I feel about them too, misbehaving. You believe they left her over the toilet, slumped over the toilet? Child. But now the dad said, and I believe the dad said that the maid is the one that found her like that. So yeah. And I also heard that they may have went to another hotel after it happened, and so did they was part of the $10,000 that they're saying was taken off her credit card, was part of that for them to stay in a hotel before they flew back home early. Like, who knows what's, really what the chain of events was, you know. So yeah, yeah, yeah. Who knows what the chain of events were? So it's just really, oh my God, probably to make it like seem like she was throwing up alcohol, right? Because that was a story. The story was she passed from alcohol poisoning. That was the story. So yeah, it was standard reason that they would put her leaning over the toilet like she was throwing up. So yeah, I get that. So yeah, absolutely. Uh-huh. I can't believe the hate and anger to beat someone like this and record it. And record it. Why? That's the question that I have. Why? You know. So I mean, like, oh my goodness. It was stated Mexico might not extradite. I'm surprised because our race is not favored. Right. You're not surprised, right? Me either. I'm not surprised either. Over there, except for tourism. Also 3 lives were lost. There as well from carbon. Yes, yes, I talked about that. I think on my first video, those 3 beautiful young black people that died from carbon monoxide poisoning over there. Yes, absolutely. Today I heard they told the family they couldn't take her to the ER because it was, I heard that too. They needed $5,000 in cash. Uh-huh. They couldn't afford it. But my thing is, if you spent $10,000 to get home, why you didn't try to get $5,000 off the card to take it to the emergency room, or at least get a credit card or something? The family said she has insurance and money. So that shouldn't have been an issue. Now I don't know if her insurance was accepted in another country, but clearly she had $5,000, probably more. She was a popular braider in her city. She also owned a boutique. She traveled a lot. You can tell that she kept herself up very well. So they could have helped her if they wanted to. They didn't want to help her. You know, they didn't want to help her. I hope every single one of them goes to prison too. Absolutely, absolutely. I don't like the fact that T.S. Madison diverted the attention away from finding justice from this girl. That's my issue. I didn't appreciate that. You know, and so that's just my feeling on it. But anyway, y'all, I really have to go. I didn't even mean to keep y'all for an hour. I realize it's the weekend. It's late on a Saturday night, and so I'm gonna get off here. But thank you guys so much for coming in and joining me. But I really wanted to let y'all know what was going on with the T.S. Madison situation. How she blew that all out of proportion for really no reason at all. On the very day that they laid Shanquella to rest, I thought that was just absolutely uncalled for. So I had really just want to come in and speak about it and let you guys know about it in case you didn't know. You know. And so I'm absolutely glad social media brought attention to this case because, like I said earlier, had not social media been so vigilant into to pushing this case out there, I don't think that the justice, the FBI, or none of this, it would have just been done and over with, and they would have gotten away with doing what they done to this black woman. And so, but because of social media, it was put out there, and now things are in motion that hopefully will lead to justice for Shanquella, you know. And so that's right. What about your friends? And on that note, you guys be safe. Pay attention, Tony, to your circle. I am going to get off here. Please, 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 enjoy the rest of your weekend, and please be part of the replay gang. If you don't know what I was talking about when it came to the T.S. Madison situation, and I'm gonna talk to you guys later. Okay? Thank you, Peach Fuzz. Good night, y'all. Bye bye. Peace.